Let's take a look at this very interesting device I got off eBay. I was looking for the silica gel dehumidifiers that you can recharge by heating them to drive the moisture back out. And I found this very interesting device by Premier, and this can go on top. It's got a port here, it puts out hot air, and you can either put this port on and then stick it into your shoes so that it blows the hot air into the shoes, or if you've been using these cartridges and they've absorbed a lot of moisture, you can simply sit them on top of the unit, and when turned on, and I'll click the switch here, it makes a whining noise and it blows warm air through this, and over the course of like 2 or so hours it basically drives all the moisture out and it's ready to use again. So I thought it would be interesting to open up. I shall also open this cartridge up to see the construction, but I know from previous experience that when I do that, the silica gel is going to go everywhere. But that's just what happens. The power rating of this, incidentally, is, it says at the bottom here, it's 68 watts. And I thought it was going to be using a PTC heating element, the self-regulating one, but I think it's just a standard heating element in here, because when I turned it on initially, you got that smell of the hot oil that comes off new heating elements. So because this has got quite deep screws, I'll put that out of the way, I'm going to use this modified VDE not compliant anymore screwdriver to take the screws out, because well, MD who works in maintenance will know that although you get the super thin shaft drivers, the plastic sleeving isn't always ideal. Sometimes you have to trim it back to actually gain access to where you need to gain access to. This unit was surprisingly cheap, in fact too cheap. I'm wondering if it was being sold off, because it was about 16 quid shipped, I think, which is low. Is this switch going to pop out as well, or is this glued in? It might be glued in. It's glued in, hot melt glued, right? That can stay there. Things I'm seeing a little switch mode power supply. That may be driving this little fan. Right, what needs to come out now? There's a little indicator LED, probably being powered from the 12 volt power supply, I'd guess. Then there's a few screws holding the heater module on. So let's get these screws out and open this up and see what there is. It's black, very black, with a white background. That doesn't really help much. I'll zoom down a little bit. So here is screw 3, which should release everything. It is. In fact, it's releasing the power supply as well, because it's all on there as well. Ooh, what's this? What have they got in here? So this is just, this top bit that's just come off is the power supply and fan. Is that actually just a... Is that just a PTC heating element? It looks like it might well be. Hold on. Is this bit going to come out? I've never seen one like that before, if it is. Assuming it is. I was looking down from the end. This is not coming out. Why is this not coming out? Oh, the whole grey thing looks as though it comes out. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. No, that's not coming out. It's only gone so far, and it is the plastic on the top that is kind of fouling it. I shall use brute force and ignorance. It worked. Now, is this... There's a thermal fuse stuck in the side here. Then there's this down here, but what holds this in and what is it? Is this a PTC heat element? I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to get out. It may take a while. I may damage it in the process, which would be a shame. It really is jammed in there. You know, I think this is a PTC heat element, but it's actually one that the air flows through the element itself. It's not like the traditional PTC element where it's just sandwiched in between fins. It looks as though it's actually got the metallization on one side. Well, I shall explore that more. But let's take a look at this. This is just a standard power supply. We've got the... it's not going to come out, is it? No, it's not going to come out. What's holding that in? It's all very well put together, isn't it? Let's unplug this, which I guess is the AC in. God, it's really not coming out. This is very frustrating. How have they clipped that in? There it goes. Bridge rectifier, smoothing capacitor and filtering. There's the little switch mode chip. Oh, have they rubbed the number off that? Oh, they've not rubbed the number off it. It's all right. This could be hold air charge, but it isn't now. It looks as though it could be a BP chip. This is just steaming up with excitement. Can't read that. I shall make a note of it though. But that is the little switch mode chip with built-on feedback, with its little power supply capacitor there, and then the coupling across, and then the rectifier, the little load resistor, and then the smoothing capacitor. Then heading off to the fan. Rightio, tell you what, I'll put this stuff out of the way at the moment. I shall explore that. If I don't revisit it in this video, I'll revisit it. I'll actually give a description of what I found afterwards in the description of the video. But I shall put this to the side at the moment. I shall put all these screws to the side as well. That's odd. I've never seen the PTC thermistor in that configuration. That's very interesting. A very efficient way of getting heat out a small area. But I kind of restricted air in and it didn't seem to go down in power. It might have a quite high temperature rating. Or is it just fixed resistance? I didn't really see anything to regulate that any further. Strange. I'm not sure if I should be doing this. Maybe I'm supposed to take the end caps off first, but you know, there's only one way to find out, and that is to just basically take all the screws out and see if this suddenly results in a huge avalanche of silica gel. If it does, it's going to be these little spherical bits. I can hear them rattling about inside, and they will bounce everywhere. And then I'll spend a lot of time hunting it down. Last time I did this, it suddenly opened in the bench, and because the bench is a very slight angle, it all avalanched off the front, and there was it took me a very long time to gather it all back up again. It's the moment we're waiting for. Is it the moment we're waiting for? Is it going to just basically suddenly part explosively? What if I pop the spudger down here? That might be stuck on. Is this going to be the port that I could have actually emptied all this stuff out of? Yes, it is. See, I didn't need to open that at all. Here is the port. Let's pour it out. So, is this bottom bit going to come out as well? I'll zoom out a bit because now it's all getting a bit bigger. I could maybe do with focusing up to a higher level as well. I shall focus up to there. It might make everything a bit more in focus. How's this held in? It's just pushed in at the ends with little pins by the look of it. Well, let's unpush those pins. Is that going to do it? I think it is. Yeah, it's kind of making enthusiastic clicking noises, but not doing much. More silica gel just rattles out. Why is that not coming apart? Not sure why it's not coming apart. It should just separate at that. I think I may have to use brute force again. Slight risk of destruction with brute force, though it really is. It's clipped in hard at the sides. It really is clipped in hard at the ends here. Right, tell you what, spudger. That's promising. Yes, that is promising. So what do we have? We have the air port, or the air port, that kind of guides the air up from the base here, and it's conical, and it's got little slots all the way up it to spread the air consistently across the whole block of gel. It's also got these screens in here that are designed to allow the air to flow out, but not let the fine dust of the silica gel come out when it eventually breaks up, which it always tends to do. But that's more or less it. I did test it. As new out the box, there was some moisture in these, as there would be. I put it on that after weighing it, and the weight did go down significantly. So it works. But there we have it. Oh, also worth mentioning, the top there contains that little tiny cartridge that is the bit that has the colour changing stuff, because it would be, the stuff they use in it is cobalt chloride or something, or a variant in that, which isn't really something you want to ingest too much. And also it makes it a lot more expensive impregnating that into all the rest of the stuff when you only need a few wee bits at the top just for that colour indication effect. But there we have it, quite an interesting device. So you get two of these units, and the recharger, and of course the little port that went into the shoes. So that is it. Quite a nicely constructed device, I have to say. I wonder why they're selling it off at a sensible-ish price. It just seems almost a bit too low. There must be a catch. Maybe that thermal fuse is prone to tripping if it gets dust in it and it gets clogged up. But there we have it. Interesting device and well worth taking apart.